All right, so we're going to look now. We're going to begin our discussion regarding fractions, decimals, and percents. Um, if you were to ask someone to define a fraction, they would tell you it was part of a whole. If you were asked someone to define a decimal, they'd tell you it was part of a whole. So since they can both represent the same part of a whole, there's a way to convert between fraction form to decimal form. Um, there are a number of ways to do this. We're going to cover one that works every time. And in class, we can talk more about the other way. So to change a fraction to a decimal, we consider that a fraction, by definition, means division. That fraction bar in a fraction means division. It means numerator divided by denominator. So to change between a fraction and a decimal, we're going to do just that. The numerator divided by the denominator. And we know that if the numerator can't go into, if the number outside, the divisor can't go into the dividend, we can add a decimal point on, bring that straight up to the line, and we can divide. All right, so 2 will not go into 1, but 2 goes into 10 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10. Subtract, I get a remainder of 0. That is the decimal form for 1/2, 0.5. Now that one we may have known. All right, in fact, we should know. There are a number of fractions that we should know already as decimals. But if you don't, this is how we're going to find out. Again, we're going to do numerator, in this case 4, divided by the denominator 5. Okay, 5 goes into 4 0 times. Put my decimal point on, bring it straight up, add some zeros on. All right, 5 goes into 40 8 times. 8 times 5 is 40. Now, I'll do the next one using the box method because some people use that. Here, I got a remainder of 0, and the only thing left to bring down is 0, so I can start my division. So 4/5 as a fraction is 0.8, or 8/10. 2 3/4, when you're going to change that from a decimal to a fraction, right, always start with the whole number. All right, 2 and. So remember, 2, and the decimal point is always right as an and. So and now the only thing left to convert to a decimal is the 3/4. And again, numerator divided by denominator. 3 divided by 4. 4 can't go into 3. Okay. It goes 0 times. I'm going to add some zeros on. 4 goes into 30. 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract. Bring down. 4 goes into 25 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract. I get a 0. And the only thing left to bring down are more zeros. So I'm all done. So my decimal part of this number is 0.75. So 2 3/4 is 2.75. Okay? So that's how we change a fraction to a decimal using division. We're going to do the numerator, 5, divided by the denominator, 8. And this is 4 and, so we can start with the 4 and then we just need to do the division. All right, we know that it's not going to go in a whole number of times. I'm going to put some zeros on, and I'm going to leave it there for you to do. And then the last one, 11/16 would be 11 divided by 16. And I didn't do the box method, so that's okay. I'll do it with that. All right, and I'll leave this last one for you. All right, so let's come back here. 5/8. 8 goes into 5. 0 times 8 goes into 50. Okay. 6 times. That's 48. I subtract. I get 2. Carry the 2. 20. 2 times. That's 16. Subtract, I get 4. Bring that up. 5. 40. 6.25. And that's how we change between fractions and decimals.